I would expect to predict FaZe beating Fnatic, but not the person who picks
Universal U. I thought you were talking to me, Michael.
Yeah. What? You should see his face right now.
It's an impish smile. Very standard Maverick work being done. Of Raptors control, it's a Legion playing up there. It's a very common spot for a Maestro to play, but I wonder if the...
In my opinion.
I meant in that position, Michael.
Oh, okay.
They're going to just put somebody else up there.
Gotcha. All right. I thought I wasn't...
Him losing the ACOG, is he still going to be played in that way now that he doesn't have an ACOG? That was the point I was trying to make.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, so he could do some work here, but he's got to be careful of that upside down rappel. He's actually trying to challenge it directly. Psycho's going to eat a little bit of damage as he pushes into Garage. He'll get M-King, who had been felled. Hugzord, though, did get a C4 on the Kamikaze, meanwhile.
This is a good pick for MIBR, and another one that will follow too from Cyber. So, by Julio, by Kamikaze, and by two very strong operators. Still plenty left for Ninjas in Pyjamas. There is no Thermite, so you'll see a Hibana and a Maverick almost every single time. Has he not been spotted? Yes, he has. Down goes Cyber. He takes Musi out before Pino has the trade. So Ninjas in Pyjamas will have to run up the stairs. It'll be left to Psycho as he's inside of the site by B, planting that diffuser. Does anybody know? MIBR seems to know. They'll come in. He might be able to pull this one off. There was a C4. Goodbye. MIBR is going to take the round. Who gets the defuse? That's the real question. It's going to be Bullet. MIBR up 1-0.
So, that's a good start for MIBR. Play, considering how well they did in opening up the walls and to establishing the lanes that they also very... I think it's important that you note, or that we note...
You have poor eyesight. We know.
I think it's important that we know that the UI for drones is not fully functional.
You have poor hearing.
Oh, really?
Yes. A lot of people do.
Yeah, it's a really common one.
Yes.
How'd you get yours?
I don't know. Probably loud concerts when I was a kid. Just being a goofball. X-Karos as well.
Oh yeah, which means Julio's gonna have to open that drop down using his blowtorch because Thermite's banned. I don't think he's gonna do that. It's the kitchen drop. It's too dangerous.
2 nitro cells, lots of wooden floor. That's a recipe for disaster. So you're just gonna have to go elsewhere and abandon hope at that point. There's no real chance. Maybe use it on that church wall or even in blue. That'd be my guess.
I think he got that drone, which means it's gonna still be there, and we'll call out later. The player who was using the drone got off, and he's back on, and is now calling out a lot. Julio, with a blowtorch in this position, Julio's going to do so much work. Or at least I imagine he will. He's wary of the player in Arsenal. Oh, but there goes Julio. That's huge. Hooked.
Not at all, but you can hear the nitro cell rip. There it goes. Goodbye to Pino. As it's a beautiful toss out from Hugzord, the best Kobe impression that he could possibly have. Kamikaze guns down Hugzord. The C8 will not find a second target as Navi's is just better, pops up and removes Kamikaze from play. 2 fire arrows go down, and well, Cyber is as good as dead, and I think he knows that. Oh, he gets away with 1 HP. The Capital will not be able to follow up. The Bullet has the cross. Some damage done from the Zofia, but Musi will continue to just have pieces of his HP chunked away at 10 seconds, and he is as far as you can get.
He's just waiting it out. I don't think he thinks he's going to be able to win this, and he's playing like that. MIBR get their second round.
Kind of temper that for just a second, you know?
Does it work like that?
No, I was checking something. Go. That looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? So MIBR's defense isn't going to be changed all that much. However, by it being a Maverick and a Thatcher ban, or a Thermite ban, now that there's a Thatcher ban, it is going to make Nip's job a little bit more challenging without a Thatcher, but with a Maverick instead. However, this being a match between 2 Latin American countries, Thatcher tends to be one of the most banned operators in all of Brazil. And because of this, you know, so who exactly knows?
Well, the setup's good for both teams. Right now, Nip hasn't lost anything really on this clear through the jacuzzi balcony wall. And on the other hand, MIBR are well established to hold the push. That is a very risky play from Navi's. Could result in his death. Still plenty of time for the attack to contemplate their strategy and their execution. Honestly, this is going to be make or break. Navi's position, ooh, he transfers over to the main stairs. So not make or break, actually. He falls back. He gives up on it. Loses a little bit of HP for that. So punished, but it's not the end of the world. Ninja Pyjamas now into the bathroom. Kamikaze ready to plant in B. They're waiting for the call. Cyber challenging a player downstairs, and well, this is a fight all over the place, but still no full commit from either team.
And they're just literally circling each other. Navi's will now head in another direction with Musi holding one angle. Will the Legion be able to creep on up? He gives his position away with a pre-fire. There's the Jaeger to try and capitalize on that, and the Zofia will not get any of them actually. MIBR do an excellent job as the diffuser gets planted. Trying to get out of there is M-King, but coverage from the attackers as they will now need to watch as the diffuser will sit just a couple feet away inside of Jim. Here's your perspective from above. MIBR so low on HP with the exception of Bullet, the worst gun in the entire lineup of the attack and defense. It's going to be a slow peek, make it a quick peek. 2 for MIBR with Julio there. He's the only member left on his team. He'll pick off Cyber. Does he have enough in the tank to take out Bullet? It's full HP versus full HP. UMP pre-firing, and Julio will do the people he loves. So he departed the team and is now able to work remotely for the Japanese.
Corner. They salvage one out of that first set. And a timeout is going to give them the potential to then extend their winning streak. So we'll see if NIP are capable of doing that right now. They've been doing really well with the Maverick tricking. Julio in particular, the Maverick himself, has been opening up those
way back into the safety. M-King is their position inside of Garage, so we know his position there. Navi's was spotted and finished off. He was playing down below. He will not be able to get moved, so you best hope that any of those gadgets from the attackers that got caught by the pests have been maneuvered appropriately. It's also the opening pick for Ninjas in Pyjamas, which is what they need. And then when they retook, when that diffuser went down, it was a nitro cell that stopped it, and MIBR, I believe, still had 2 people that were left. I wonder if that's going to be the case this time, too. Wall opened up inside of construction. Julio's job is done. He'll hit the deck. But that soft wall will need to be opened. This has been a slow round, and there's still lots of time to go. Just over a minute. That's a missed opportunity from the Buck. As
MIBR, not in a great spot, but they do have control of all of the key positions necessary to hold this bomb. It's a difficult fight, but he wins it. A beautiful shot. The breach is open from Workshop. He's got to be wary. The B window is being pressured by the attack. He checks it, sees his enemy, but doesn't land the shot. It's a backwards plant here from Kamikaze, barely exposed. Nino will get Bullet, that's the player at the top of stairs. Cyber gets his second kill, that's on the planter. Beautiful job. M-King from Garage will get 1, and now he's the last defender. He's got to find 2 more with a single bullet's worth of HP. That does not look likely. But can he stop the defuse plant? He might be able to, but he doesn't look the right way. And there you go. Ninja's Pyjamas, 1v2, a post plant. Reload coming in here from M-King. He gets it. That's gun up now, but can he win the fight? It's going to have to be headshots, but it won't be. Julio with the pistol. This end in a 4-2, but even a 4-2 would be okay for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Is that okay with you? Stairs to church. Why? Because you won it last time. You didn't fare so well on cash. Is it the X-Kairos just gets stopped? Or am I not hearing things correctly?
I think Kai Electroclaw or maybe an Impact from M-King denied the X-Kairos.
Hatches, which Maverick will ideally be able to take care of 2 of them because he's in no harm when he is getting the stock hatch and the moto. Heartbeat detector at the church wall is going to give positions away. First kill comes out for MIBR, so opening duel is theirs, but then there's 2 for NIP as they just rush right into the site. All right, Ninjas in Pyjamas are in, and they're going to start to get that plant down. Kamikaze's only a few milliseconds away, and there he'll go. He'll be able to get it. Still positioned with that diffuser. Both he and Psycho evading that toxic canister as they wait. Great coverage. Everybody from NIP is down on their backs, and they are prone. That's going to make it even more challenging, because MIBR is not necessarily going to be looking on the ground. M-King is, though. He gets Julio. There's still 3 more members of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Once again, still holding and sitting, just keeping watch of this diffuser. 1 caught in the cross, so you'll have M-King go upstairs. And there's a logic bomb to add insult to injury. He sees the Hibana, but isn't able to win the fight.
Not a whole lot else to say about that, if I'm being honest.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Very kind of you. Anyway, apparently the story was that he doesn't like playing it. That's all. That's what I've been told, so.
I mean, people just don't like playing shields. Some people are just like that, you know? Those, I'm one of those, yeah. Yeah, I don't like playing shields either. So, yeah, Yeah, I totally vibe with that, to be honest, Julio.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's not like...
it was just more of a comfort position.
Yeah.
And how many matches have we seen where Psycho just goes Super Saiyan and takes over, absolutely annihilating anybody in his direction?
Well, this is one of them. You've got him on a shield. We'll see. Perfect.
It's a multi-push now from Ninjas in Pyjamas. The final defense for MIBR and NIP have managed to take 3 rounds on a clubhouse attack. That is not something that happens all that often. Pulse tosses out the C4. It actually looks like it misses. Toxic Canister goes out too. The Montaigne trying to avoid being caught in a crossfire as Psycho just continuously attracts attention. Cyber cannot turn to help out though. That soft wall there would be great, but Cyber somehow manages to survive that. He lights up the wall. Psycho pulls out the pistol. Down goes Hugzord. Pino taking a lot of damage too. Pistol out looking for the Jaeger. Down goes Navi. Psycho with another, my goodness. No wonder he picks up 2 kills on the Montaigne. Pino and Kamikaze with 1 apiece, and M-King is going to toil inside of blue. He doesn't have a way in. Now he does. There's a Maverick in front of him, and that'll be the kill for Julio.
And it was at, I could tell you, was it 2045?
Trend line here that the attackers are just better suited for Clubhouse with the way that these two teams are playing. Well, you'd expect with a Thatcher and a Thermite ban, the answer is no. It should still be quite heavily favored by the what's happened. This is a 2nd floor roam from Ninjas in Pyjamas when it is a church defense. So down below on that very basement floor, Pino gets the opening pick. So, hey, Ninjas in Pyjamas start things off. Is that poor drone work from MIBR? I mean, I'd say so. There's another from Pino. He's putting in good work for his team. He's castled off. This looks very similar to what we see at a space station. It is a very specific castle Mozzie strategy, along with it's fun.
No, it isn't. And, well, NIP have managed to get 2 players carved away from MIBR on that clear. And now they're just waiting. Because why would you continue to try and pressure the attack when you've got them exactly where you want them? I don't really see MIBR doing very much in this round. They're probably going to open up this church wall. That's been called out now. We've got both Cyber and M-King. Looks like Cyber is going to go. Got 1 person in tunnel. Put 2 defenders there to hold it. Huxler goes down. Cyber and M-King now the last one's alive. Gas Canister makes Cyber fall back. He knows he can't push that against the smoke. He just won't win the fight. M-King opening up at the bottom of main stairs. Cyber trying to come and support M-King. Church wall open now by the black box. But that's not really a lot to work with. He's going to have to prone his way in. There you go, more Excaros. That's the last one going on the wall just now. All 3 used on Church. Looks like an impact trick maybe from somebody to get the what would have been a crouch hole.
The castle, it should have been.
Yep.
There's a kill from M-King as he marches down the stairs. And, well, barring a miracle, MIBR is not going to be able to get through this doorway without the crossfires being held really well. Kamikaze gets dropped though, so hey, M-King picks up his 2nd kill, but goodbye to M-King. Now it's just the Maverick, and he's going to...
Is winning.
That's wild. That is absolutely wild.
Quite dominantly, actually. I mean, of course, as we always like to say,
He needs them.
it's not his fault.
It really helps him out.
Yeah. Donate kills at, Actually, I'm not good at this bit.
That's fine.
That Goyo shield. So that shield is going to make it a lot harder for MIBR to push into server.
This is the most cared about shield in the world.
Yeah, lots of care and effort being put into defending that shield, and it will allow Pino to play behind it because the Zofia lifeline was entirely absorbed. Well, actually, yes, no, it was entirely absorbed by those ADSs.
There goes the opening into construction. A phrase that I'm not allowed to say. I was going to say, but anyway, my point basically was that it is an accident waiting to happen as Pino guns down Navi's. There's your opening pick. Just waiting.
Oh,
down
there's another
goes
Pino.
M-King from Pino. Yeah, that shield is obviously putting in good work. Now Pino is gone.
Gas Canister's doing significant damage to Hugzord. The nade will miss but get the Goyo shield. Muzi gets bullets. Suddenly it's just Cyber and Hugzord. Hugzord being on very low HP. He does not have the luxury of the dock stem that Muzi just used on himself. Cyber eats a shot there, but only limited damage. Kamikaze will finish off Hugzord. Cyber, between a rock and a hard place. He'll get 1. Can he get a 2nd? Narrowly misses that shot, and another. But he's on low HP after engaging with those enemies on the doorway. Cyber will die to a single bullet from any one of these 3 Ninjas in Pyjamas players. He is just languishing on this door with no real option. He's being toyed with, and he will get 1 more. NIP are walking away with this. It's not done yet necessarily, but I can safely say that is this one, because it's just Ninjas in Pyjamas are walking all over MIBR ever since round number 2. We are currently looking at 6 rounds in a row for NIP, regardless of the side attacker defense.
Carving up the wall leading into Gym Master is... I'm not sure what Hugzord thinks is going to happen here. I think he's just looking for a Valkyrie camera, but he can't spot it, if there even is one that's been out there.
I mean, there could be. There was one on the roof. Maybe that was shot.
Whether Cyber will be able to do that or not is a question that needs to be asked right now. I guess they're just going to only open up half of it.
MIBR nading in there. We'll get one of the Goyo shields.
But that's about it. They were worried about ADSs from Musi. They don't have to be worried about it because there aren't any there. So they take out just a little bit of utility. But outside of that, there really hasn't been all that much. NIP are evading this onslaught, right? Or else they might be able to crouch on in. Kamikaze opening pick, Psycho one of his own.
Oh,
that's a beautiful play from Bullet, and that's 2 of them downed and finished off. So he'll punch that window and get 2 for the price of 1. Still, it's a 3v3. It becomes a 2v3 as Diffuser starts to get planted by M-King. There's nobody below to stop this. Ninjas in Pyjamas don't have any idea that this is going down, and they will immediately scramble. Very good spot for MIBR. 1 kill, 2 kill, looking for the 3rd. Are they going to be able to collect Musi as well? He's only got 2 frags so far. He got them in the previous round, but he is locked inside of Logistics office, and he's going to need to figure this one out. This is the best round that we've seen out of MIBR since the start of this map. The angle's going to be held onto the stairs. Musi's not going to be able to get past this. Oh, he wins the fight! Immediately turns onto the Hibana. Doesn't take a chunk of HP off of M-King, though. Play on the window. No, they're both inside of Jim. He's running out of time, only 4 seconds. This'll be it. The death throes of the round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Even if he gets a kill, it's just stat padding at this point. But you might as well sit next to the wall. The round is MIBR's. They will hang on.
Yeah, just 10 kills. And then, oh, just... slightly better for MIBR, I suppose. They played it a whole lot more, so that does mean something. Castle Barricade is really important here, as it will allow Julio to fall back. I'm curious if there are any roamers upstairs. There is 1 roamer tucked away in garage that's moving, even though he lost a lot of HP.
Is Julio running the shotgun?
Oh,
hello! Turn around, Cyber, goodbye. No, it's the UMP in the hands of Julio.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the extended barrel, that's why. I was like, what the?
Yeah. Muzi is still going to roam, too. That's the dangerous thing. He will rotate over to the window of New Blue. This will give him a route back to the site. Possibly could have given him a flank kill. That's why he decided to go this way. But also, most importantly, he can now fall back to the site safe.
He deliberately did this.
Started pushing his way towards main door. Then the rotation. It was a bait out from Muzi. If either to waste time or to bait someone into peeking him, it doesn't really matter either way. It worked well. And then he got back to the site safe and with full HP.
The castle barricade is still there. There was a frag grenade that got tossed down. I don't know if they were expecting to be able to take care of it, but it didn't go. So it'll persist for now, which means that Muzi only needs to watch 1 angle. He takes a couple punches to the shoulder. Psycho with a C4. That'll be M-King gone off the board. Hugzord finds Kamikaze. Muzi was still being watched as well in blue as you just lurch through the toxic canisters. Hugzord taking so much damage. Bullet expending as much of his magazine as he can, and there's 1 from Muzi. It's just all on Bullet. Beautiful flick, but it might be too little, too late. 3 kills to find.